Hey everyone, Ben the massage therapist here, and it is time once again for a little ditty I call word vomit. So what is word vomit? I'm going to just define this really quick. So word vomit is kind of like journaling, when you kind of just free journal and free write. So this is a chance for me to just kind of get some stuff out and get some feedback from you guys to see what's going on. So there's many different ways that people learn. And one of the ways that we learn is we are introduced to something, we reflect on it, we have a better understanding of it, we reflect on it, and that cycle kind of continues. And that's kind of how we evolve. And that's sort of how I like to learn is I dive into something for maybe a month or two, and then I reflect on it for maybe a month or two, depending on, the depth of the material, that kind of thing. So right now I'm in reflection mode. So today what I want to talk about is massage, right? Massage and how it is a neurological event. So let's back up a little bit. Let's define massage. Massage generally, in most places, is defined as the physical manipulation of soft tissues of the body for therapeutic purposes. So that's a pretty general definition that a lot of places use to define massage. Now, this is where I've been thinking, and let me tell you, a lot of this is what I'm going to talk about and what I'm going to word vomit about today is all about thoughts and what ifs and maybes. It's not necessarily backed up by research. It is definitely informed by research, by things that I've read, by things that I read and it makes me think about. So come along with me as I talk about this, see what you think and how you interpret this and how you would say some of this differently. All right, so we define the term of massage as manipulation of the soft tissues of the body for therapeutic purposes. So if massage is a neurological event, meaning that we are affecting the brain and the entire nervous system, massage is a lot more than just physical manipulation. So we are basically interacting with the brain. We are creating sensations that the brain is interpreting. And so what if it is these interactions that we have with the body that the brain interprets, and we're not really making a change to the tissues, but we're making a change to the brain, and the brain is what allows those changes in the tissues to happen. That's kind of big, right? That's what I've been struggling with, thinking about. And I do think there's a big component to this in any type of manual work, right? So we are working with a person and not on a person. That's huge. That's the difference between like a massage gun or some kind of gadget versus a human working with another human. There is that, well, as Tom Myers puts it, it's an interaction between two intelligent systems. You remove one of those intelligent systems and that interaction is just not as complete or in-depth. I don't know, does that make sense? You get where we're going with word vomit? This is not scripted, and we're just talking through this kind of stuff. So if we are affecting the nervous system by creating sensations in the body and in the tissues, so sure, we are physically interacting with the body and we are making physical changes to the body. Any manual therapist, that's what our understanding of what we do is we get in there and we think that we are lengthening, broadening, stretching, softening soft tissues, right? Any manual therapist will talk about that. So you've got massage therapists, chiropractors, physical therapy, acupuncture, that kind of thing. It's all based on this idea that we are physically touching the body and making a physical change. And these physical interactions are creating some sort of sensation for the brain to pick up on. And at the end of the day, maybe the brain says, well, it's not the physical touch that's doing it, it's that sensation that the brain's picking up on and allowing the change to happen. Now, massage therapists are great at this. We like to pick on things that are tight. Oh, your shoulders are really tight. And we use this as a justification to do our work. Oh, you're really tight here. And how do you really know if that is beneficial, right? So we work on an area and someone says, oh man, that's super sore. But I've also, and we as massage therapists, we recognize those tissues maybe to feel more tense under our touch. But I've also felt areas that feel completely normal or supple, that have no tension underneath of my touch, that the person receiving the work recognizes as very sensitive. So what's up with that? I mean, that's part of two intelligent systems working together. So if we're creating a sensation that the brain is picking up on, and the brain is what is allowing that change to happen, isn't that interesting? So then, really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really change how I interact with someone. Maybe a little bit, and I'll get to that in a second. But I don't change the techniques that I use. I don't change the touch that I use. It just changes my understanding of how it happens. So as I reflect back on this, how would I do things different if this were true? And I'm not saying it is or isn't, but I'm just reflecting on this. So if this is true and we're really interacting with the brain, and the brain is the gatekeeper and controlling everything that's happening in the body, and we're not really physically making a change, but we're physically interacting with the nervous system that makes the change. That makes sense. Doesn't change what I do at the end of the day. It changes how I think it's going to happen. So what would I do different? I really think I would interact with the person receiving the work much more and ask different questions. And I've been experimenting with this lately in my own work. And those questions have been more, tell me what you feel here. Tell me, does this work feel like we're getting to what you came in to see me for? Does it help? Is it helping with that headache that you came in for? Or does it just feel like it's work or pleasurable work, comfortable work? Because there's a benefit to work feeling good also. So those questions I feel like are very important to get to guide us to where we need to work. There's a lot of massage therapists work out there that say, oh, I don't need any feedback. I know where to work. That's great. I'm not one of those people. I feel like I need to be in almost constant contact with that person and asking questions. Not 100% constant contact, but we need to be talking about what the work is doing, how it's feeling. Is it comfortable? Is it helpful? Is it hurtful? Does the work feel like it's accomplishing anything? And all that goes in conjunction with knowledge of anatomy, physiology, pathology, kinesiology, all of those ology things, right? That guide you to where might be most helpful to work. But the real answer is going to be getting that feedback from the client. So I went through a lot of stuff. That's word vomit for you. We'll see if we can sort this out, sort through this. Let me know what did this make you think of? What kind of thoughts do you have after listening to this rant of word vomit? I'd love to hear your comments, and I'd love to reflect on that and see how that can help me evolve. Is that selfish that I'm asking for you to help me evolve? I don't think so. I'd love to cooperate with you. How does that sound? So anyway, hey, thanks for watching, and I'd love to see you in a new video. So please, comments, likes, any of that stuff, it lets me know that people are watching. We'll see you soon.